What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, bringing you another video for MLB hits parlays. So we got going on for Saturday's games. I'm recording this on Friday night. So we are starting off June hot with an MLB video. Like I said in last one, we won't have another NBA video until Thursday, which is somewhat unfortunate, but you guys got to get used to these MLB videos because that's all we're going to be rocking with soon. Unfortunately, love it when we have a bunch of sports on, but summertime is a little dull outside of NBA or WNBA and MLB. WNBA is just, it's going to be funny to bet on it, but we're going to do it. Don't get me wrong. We are going to obliterate some of those lines just because they're so mispriced, but that is for a different time. Right now, we're focusing on baseball. So we're doing a hits parlay. We got three legs for you guys. Because I'm recording it so early and baseball is just day to day, they don't have the lines out yet. I've just done my analysis on pitcher matchups and kind of who I'm liking for these games. So I already got that done for you guys. We picked the legs. When the lines come out tomorrow or later tonight, then we can take them. But this is it's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time for us right now, or for me right now, I should say. So don't have access to them yet, but we're going to lock them in on Sleeper. Assuming lines. So the thing was, what's Ozzy Albies? His line came out at 1.5 last night, so we had to take the alt line instead. Unfortunate. Sometimes these guys, if they really go on a streak, when we're doing these early videos or whatever, they'll bump it from 0.5 to 1.5. So we didn't get quite the juice that we wanted to on that one, but regardless, still got to take, because 1.5 to 1 or 0.5 is not a big deal. You can take the alt lines on them, and we're fine with that. Just wish the juice was there on that. It wasn't, so it is what it is. But regardless, we're all doing 0.5s for these. So assuming that these don't jump, these will be the true lines. But regardless, let's get into it. First one, we're going Mikhail Garcia over 0.5 hits. So not only has he been pretty hot on this lately, if we go into his last 15, because he had a good stretch there, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, math, Kyle. 7. 2+ hit games, one with 4, so his ceiling is high. But we really like to see when they're getting two hits per game. He did miss these last 2, but it's not that big of a deal. 13 of his last 15. But the real kicker, like I said, I've already done my pitching matchups. We're going to go in and see who he's playing. So we got Joe Musgrove on the Padres. And Joe is pretty mediocre. So he's 3-4, 5.66 ERA. Let's look at his game log. So coming in here, let's look at his ERA versus inning pitch, and then also taking a look at his hits as well. So he's got 5 and 2.2. He got shelled, gave up 7 hits. 4 and 5, 1 and 6, decent outing. 4 and 4, 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 7 and 3, got shelled against the Phillies, decent team. 2 and 6, decent outing. 1 and 3, and then 1 and 5. So I guess against the Yankees as well, that's a pretty good outing for 5 innings, only 6 hits, but still, he's on the lower end, I'd say. A 5.66 ERA. The guy's getting shelled. So not only is he giving up hits, but he's getting up about a lot of runs as well. So not too important for our hits, but the guy is definitely getting hit a lot. And then Mikhail is he's on fire right now. So we're going to ride the hot hand here and take his over. I wish that we knew what the juice was. It is 1.5 today on one of his lines for DraftKings. So let's hope that Sleeper and or Chalkboard have it at 0.5. Assuming that they do, we're going to take over the 0.5. And even if it is 1.5, you can just lower it, take the alt line. It's not going to be as much juice, but normally almost everyone, unless they're just on fire, people's lines is going to be 0.5 hits instead of 1.5. So it really just is day by day, depends. But that is what we're going to do for today, taking Mikhail over 0.5. Next, we got Kevin Pillar over 0.5 hits. So Kevin, obviously, as you could see, had a bit of a rough stretch in the beginning of the year, but baseball is a streaky sport, and so we have to go with our recent history. And in his last 15, he's 14 and 15 on the line. And not only that, he's got 4 3-hit games. So he is on fire right now. We got 6 2+ hits, which is just great. With that, let's go into the pitching matchup. Just regardless, like if people are hot, then we we got to take that for what it is and ride the hot hand. But if we go into their pitching matchup, sorry, I was looking at my phone for a second. Got people blowing me up. So we got Bryce Miller. So Miller he's decent, but he's kind of had a rough year, so to speak. And in his past couple of outings this last month, he was struggling a little bit, but 4 in his 6 innings pitched for the beginning, 0-7, which is a very good outing, 0-6, another good outing, 1-6, 2-4, and then 1-7. So he had a pretty good April, but then in May he's been struggling a little bit, and this is why his ERA is down. 4-6, 2-6, 4-5, 5-6, and then 2-6. It's he's not terrible, don't get me wrong, but kind of struggling compared to his normal production, but still giving up a decent amount of hits and not going like crazy deep into the games. 5 or 6 innings for the most part. Let's get back there. But again, we're kind of just going off of Kevin. So it's like a mediocre pitching matchup. It's not like a complete stud that we really need to worry about. But at the same time, we're mainly focused on Kevin here. So continuing the hot hand, I don't know what so 14, 15, he's got to be on like a 13-game streak or something like that. So guy is on fire, 12 or 13. Can't do the math in my head right now, probably 12. But yeah, regardless, we're going to take Kevin over for his 0.5. I don't think this one would move up. Mikhail maybe, but this one should stay at 0.5. If we're looking at his last 10, it's pretty consistent on the 0.5 line, even with the 1-3 outlier. But yeah, we're going to do that for our second play. And then third, we are going Willy Adames over 0.5 hits. Willie has been interesting to me in the past. He's kind of like a 50-50 guy for me. I've taken him a couple of times and he's burned me, and I've taken him a couple of times and he's done me well. So the main thing that I'm focused on is just this little streak that he has going right here. In his last 10, he's 9 for his last 10, and then in 5 of those, he has 2 hits. So really like that consistency at this point. But if we look at his pitching matchup as well, they're playing the White Sox. Crochet, however you say his name, probably Crochet, is still pretty good. But I think that, we just love fading the White Sox, and I'm a Cubs fan, so I'm kind of biased on that. But if we really look at his numbers, he's had a solid May, but in April he just got absolutely shelled. So it's, obviously, like I just said, we have to take people for their recent performances. So he's had multiple good outings. And he's going 6 for the most part. When he was getting shelled, he does get pulled early. So it's it's game dependent, but the Brewers are a good team. If he does get tagged early, we really love fading the White Sox bullpen. So that's absolutely nothing to worry about. Assuming that he gets pulled in, 5 or 6 innings, we should be fine regardless, because I believe Willie is batting in the 3 or 4 spot normally. So he's in the 4 spot right now, so he's going to get a lot of plate appearances, which is great for us. But really, just kind of riding his hot streak here. We'll see how he does tonight. But regardless, we're going to take this one over. I love that he's got the 5 2+ hits or 2 hits in his last 10 games. That's just he's on a tear right now. So we're going to continue with that and take him over. So that is how we are building out the parlay, guys. Again, I don't have the slip for you. Trying to get these out as early as possible, especially on like weekends and stuff like that, so I don't necessarily have to worry about it. I'm doing my homework all throughout the day, getting these things out. Got all of our VIP picks planned for tomorrow already. Just kind of waiting on a few things to settle after tonight's games, and then we're going to place that. But I've done all my analysis on the slate. I've just been doing my homework and getting things done very, very quickly, so to speak. I've been planning ahead, so I'm able to get ahead on things. And all while building another thing for you guys as well. Just doing a bunch of different stuff. I'm sitting in this room for 10 to 12 hours, maybe 14 hours a day sometimes, every single day of the week. So we are grinding out here. But appreciate you guys for watching this far. I wish I had a slip to show you. I don't. It is what it is. But I will see you guys in the next video for Sunday's games. I always forget what day it is. But Sunday's games, that is what we'll do. See you guys in the next one. Peace.